Hello, welcome back. Last time I put some effort into elevator and got what I felt like was pretty close to a solution, but I was short of one insight, or possibly more, to actually get there. So let's look at the last puzzle in the entire pack. Well, that is indeed a well. Alright. So what's up with this bucket? It's a solid thing I can stand on, alright, cool. But once I'm in there I'm stuck. Oh no, I fell in the well. Alright. Oh, what am I standing on? This is just like weird abstract space. There's nothing to do here. Okay, so this is an elevator. Got it. Well, gotta fall in the well. I will have to get back out, so that's what the block is for. all that water does in this room is elevate this. That's funny. 2 jar spots? What? You can do that? This is the first time I've ever seen 2 jar spots in one room. That's a little scary. Okay, so key a little hard to get out. You need to come with me so I can get the chest out. But then what will I have accomplished? Things. 2 jar spots, huh? Oh, now that I've done this, this block is never coming back up there. Block is permanent, key is not. So what I've done there is really nothing. Okay, so those are clearly not the right actions to take. 2 jar spots. That means I can make a jar and then make another, presumably. Oh, well, I went to the chest. Okay, sure. So if I go in this jar, what does it mean to jar out of a jar? What I'd expect. Nothing surprising. Okay, so somehow I need to use double jar travel to do what? Well, it's simple, right? No, it's not. I think I kinda get the idea. I'm gonna be transporting a jar. Let's see, let's start with as much of an advantage as I can give myself, which is to say... Wait, hold on, no. Let me just try the concept of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I can use jars to climb up this ladder here with... Wait, why am I doing what I'm doing? Can I do a precise jump to toss this up there, or is that impossible? It seems to not be happening. Okay, so I think it is forbidden to get from here up to there with this block. Okay, but right, so the concept is that I can somehow use jars to transport this upward. How would that work exactly? If I jar out... hold up. Well, no, I can't get out of there without the block. Well, if I take the block with me, though, I can make a whole lot of jars out there and do what with them? Oh, well, okay, so first of all, I need the block to get the... I'm trying to transport a jar up to that key, and what will that do for me? It'll let me take the key down to the entrance, but then I'll be exiting back out of the jars. But it... No, what does that do for me? Nothing? Got it. Well, okay, so... So I guess the concept might be that I want to embed this jar several times in more jars. Yeah, right. That's always a real alarming effect. Alright, so if I multi-embed... The idea is that I enter this to get the block. And then I have no jars. Okay, no, I have it wrong. Okay. It's a weird puzzle. I mean, the block's already up there, but no, I need jars alongside it. Okay, so if I... Jar number 1... No, wait, hang on. Okay, if I jar number 1, jar number 2... Wait, what am I doing? No, what am I doing? No, seriously, what am I doing here? Okay, I have 2 jars in a room. Why? I'm not sure yet. Just something tells me I need jars transported up there. So that's what I'm trying to do. So 2 jars are up here. I'm gonna jump into this one. I'm not sure which is which anymore. Bring this out, I guess. Which, yes, takes the block there and lets me transport a jar further. I don't need to toss that anywhere. So if I go in here, there's still a jar spot available, but so what? Well, I'm up. Again, so what? Okay, so where am I at this point? I'm just 1 layer deep in the... Here, sure. Okay, right, don't fall in the well until you're ready to. So, hang on, so layering. 1 jar. In here, 2 jars. So with 2 jars, what can I do? Anything? I don't think it's as simple as just layering multiple jars in here like that. So this goes here. I guess I enter the jar. Right, don't exit. The problem is I lose this jar here. Do I keep it in this? That's shattered. Well, now I have nothing that I'm taking along. What? Okay, so why would this action help me? Assuming I could do it, why do I want to? Let's say I could transport a jar all the way up the steps to where the key is. That would let me... carry the key into a jar which has another jar spot. Jar out of that and just end up with a... I would have just jarred the key and kept it up here, so that doesn't help me. So it's not that... Okay, and also this can't quite make it over the ledge to get to the key, so yeah, I can't actually get out of here with that key like this. So first problem is this needs to get over that gap. No, why does it? Yes, it does. It does. With the block there, I could take the key all the way out, leave it at the top level, then my next problem would be getting the block all the way out so that I could jump out and use the key to get the crystal. So that's how it would be. So, one jar transported up to where the key is. Okay, yeah, so let's say this is the layer where I've brought this block down here. After having brought the block down there, I carry the key up here, just deposit it right in this spot, bring the block into the jar, which would take me back down with the block right to down here. Jump back out, which would take me back to where I entered the jar up here. At this point, the key has been relocated to this spot, so pick up the key, carry it with me down here, exit with it, drop it in the water, come back in, get the block, exit with it, and exit the water. Okay, sure. So that's problem number 2. I didn't need to restart there. In fact, that has made this take longer than it would have otherwise. Maybe. So problem number 1 is getting that block up over this lip. That's going to require a jar here and the block down at the bottom. Okay, getting the block to the bottom is easy. Getting the jar here means I need, like, to be able to climb up the ladder in some way, elevating jars farther and farther up until I... Okay. So I need a repeatable operation that moves a jar up one block jump. I have a feeling these are going to get increasingly complex as they go along. So there was the thing of consuming both jar spots in here. Was there? So if I jar out, chest in, jar out with that jar there, chest in, no, other way, I want to, no, wait. How did I get 2 jars in the same room? Okay, so that jar is trapped inside this one. I'm confused. What's in this jar? Just one of those. Okay, so, to get 2 jars in the same room, I want to... Yes, I do want to jar a jar. Leave this out here, make another one, and then... take that into this jar. Okay, so I have 2 jars with me. And one of these gets me the block. I can't jar out with the block, though. They got me the block, yes, which gets this up here. Now I'm down to 1 jar. I need to add another jar to this room. Okay, I can do that. Can I do it repeatably, though? So I take this out here. Oh, but that puts that jar down at the bottom. Can I keep on repeating? Okay, so that's... which of those jars is fresher? Having no ability to jar out of this room means that I've exhausted my useful options already. I think. So the block is up here. Oh, that jar is not, though. And if I had gone in here... I wouldn't have really done anything. Okay, so to make that operation more repeatable... If it costs 1 jar per block retrieval, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jars deep that I need. Hold on, is it? 5 jars to get the block over the ledge, sure. Okay, so block is down here, jar is up here. Spend 1 jar. Block is somewhere. Jar is up here. Spend 2nd jar. Block is somewhere. Jar is here. Spend 3rd jar. Spend 4th jar. Spend 5th jar. Then I have the block, and I still need a 6th jar to get the block back down to the start. Okay, so 6 deep. Six deep. Man, double jar spot. That's kind of intimidating, isn't it? A little bit. Trying to stick this into that little tiny space there, but it's not happening. Is that 6 deep, or am I just, like, actually carrying 6 along with me? Okay, so can I get a larger... I can't get more than 2 jars into a room, can I? There's a different sort of recursion trick going on here. So the way that I get 2 is I enter this with 2 jar spots active. I jar out a 2nd time. Then I take this jar in there. So that gives me 2 in the same room with 1 jar spot still active. So what if I pull this trick again? Jar in here. Jar out, drop this off there. Jar out, take that in there. I'm a little lost at this point. So that makes it so I can... Whoa. Do this, sure. I don't want to go into that. I want to be sure I don't... Okay. Then I can jar this to keep the state of that jar, but I can only do that once. So I better make sure I only need to do it once. Alright, so this will become the inner... But then that jar is down here, so yeah, using up that jar spot there seems... not too useful. So when I go into this... I'm leaving behind a jar spot there, I know, and now there's just nothing with me. Alright, so all of this results in is 1 spot consumed. Okay, I kinda see, like, the rough pattern of what I'm trying to do here, but, like, to actually make it happen is something else entirely. So the overall pattern is... Move block down low. Enter jar 1 layer up. Carry block out of room. Shattering that jar and leaving me with 1 less. So if I could carry 6 identical jars up to this layer, I would enter 1 of them, move the block to this layer, carry 5 identical jars here, enter 1 of them, move block here. 4 identical jars here, 3 identical jars here, 2 identical jars here. Do I need 2 there? One of them does move this to that location, and I needed the other one to get it back out. Yeah, so that final jar, that 6th jar, is for transporting the opposite direction. I carry the block into that jar after having relocated the key. And then yeah, so once the key is up here, I'm done. There's nothing else to the puzzle once the key is up here. Well, assuming I can retrieve the block. But no, I can't bring a jar up here without assistance. So yeah, block has to help jar get up, jar has to help block get up. They are intertwined. Now here's the thing though, I don't think I get... Okay, so I'm not going to get 6 jars all together at the bottom of this. That would require 6 entries into this room, each of which adds an object to it, so I can't do that. So if I were to instead insert a different instruction where I can probably set up a case where 1 jar contains 2 jars. But that's not useful because I can't get them both out. I'm having this feeling this is going to be some kind of horrifying binary counting thing where it's like I do one operation to get the block up to here, but I have to do that in like a lot of different contexts, and I can't even fully phrase what I'm thinking, but you know, I don't think it's going to be just like one ascension up this step. I think each ascension is going to like increase the number of ascensions I need to do or something. There's going to be a many step puzzle, maybe. Or maybe I just don't understand the embedding rules yet. Okay, so other operations than 6 separate jars that I'm carrying down here that could get this done. How could I do it with 1... Oh, wait a second. It is not necessarily done if I get the key here. That's only true if that's the topmost layer. So I have to make sure I'm at the topmost layer when the key is here. Otherwise, when I exit, I'll just be dumped possibly back down there. Well, no. Any layer that exits to anywhere except down here would be fine. So as long as I have not entered a jar here, which is hard to do. Okay, no, I don't think that's too much of a concern. That's just how the circumstance is going to be when I get to it. Okay, so what I need is some system for bringing like a single jar up here. So block goes all the way down, a jar gets carried up, then somehow I do an operation that results in okay, it might be that every ascension just increases the number of ascensions by 1, rather than multiplying by 2 or something. Because, like, if I... Yeah, okay. There was a situation I had once where there was a jar here and a jar here, and I wanted to carry them both up, and I could do that if the block was up here, so they would both ascend. Okay, let's try this. Jar 1. No, that's supposed to go in there. Might as well put it up here now. Or, actually, maybe this would make sense. That jar still has a jar spot remaining in it. Well, okay, let's do this the simple way first. This is probably a failure already. I'm in a jar... No, this means... Oh, I have to take the chest in, for one thing. You sure about that? I probably do have to take the chest in at some point. Hang on, I'm gonna reset this. Okay, well that was an easy reset. Wait a second. Yeah, the chest. Wait, if I just take the chest in, isn't that better and way easier than everything I'm doing here? Hold on, I might be able to short circuit this substantially by just taking the chest. So jar number 1. Jar number 2. Hold on, so I gotta use that other jar spot to do what now? Let's just take the chest now. So if the chest is with me, then I have this one extra jar that does some cool stuff. Okay, here, just go there. Oh, that's why the wet... Oh, I don't take a chest with me at all. That's useless. No. False. Check it. Well, this... no, don't do... Hold on, but this doesn't work, right? Let's check this. I think this is a failure. Sure, yeah, okay, I just want to take the chest into the jar with me. Because of the exact layout of that elevator block, I think that short-circuits this whole idea. So the chest is not coming with me because it can't do anything because it's not wet, right? Yeah, like the one last idea I had was of tossing this in here. Actually... No, it disappears because it's overlapped by the top of this. That's why that's shaped that way. And I don't suspect I could, like, drop this off there and be able to reach it. Oh no, it stops existing. Right, of course. Wait, why does that stop existing? Isn't that weird? That should still exist. It has to have a little bit more vertical space to keep on existing? Huh. Okay. Chest, please, let me enter you. Yeah, alright. So, fine. So anyway, not taking the chest in. Chest has to stay wet. Okay. Okay, so back to jar embedding shenanigans. Having two jar spots here... Okay, so let me learn about jar embedding. So I take one back into the chest. There are 2 jar spots. I jar out here. I make another jar and I take it in, but then that loses that first jar, so I can't take a 3rd in. I'm never getting 3. Yes, I am. Like this. This is how I get 3. I shatter that, sure, but I can make a 3rd. Okay, so there are 3. Okay, so there are 3. Now, hold on a second. The one jar that's... If there... Does one of those jars still have a jar spot in it? Wait, no. No, I'm in the room that used up all its jar spots. All of those jars still have jar spots in them. Because they're all made from the top level of the chest. Okay, I'm gonna put these just here. So hang on, this might still be possible from here? I doubt that, though. Alright, so... Thing number 1. No, I have to exit out without anything in my hand. Or sorry, with this in my hand. I can't use that jar spot. It wouldn't do me any good. However, I could have... There's one other thing I could have done. It's probably not good for anything, though. But I'll try it. Okay, so right, from here I enter one of you. No, I wanted to carry the other one into the one that I entered. Why did I want to do that, though? And then jar that out? No, that just uses resources for no reason. Okay, so yeah, just because I brought 3 jars in initially, that did let me get this all the way up here. That's only half as much as I need, so if every one of those jars somehow counted as double, I would have enough. Okay, so, I mean, I'll go through this exercise just to... Oh, well, I didn't even do it. I had to go pick that up and bring it out. Okay, so... This jar goes in the chest. This jar stays out here for a moment, and another jar goes in it. So that's 2. Then I jar out, leave it here. Take another. In. So what does it do for me if I take one of these into another one? Probably nothing? Doesn't feel like anything good. No, that's just cost me one of my resources for no reason. Yeah, that's definitely not a useful operation, huh? Not in any way that I can see. Because, yeah, I'm not getting more than one thing out of here. Doesn't mean anything to enter this right now. Or does it? Well, not now. Okay. So a repeatable mechanism. Well, it doesn't have to be infinitely repeatable. It just has to be repeatable enough times. That second jar spot is definitely the key. Somehow. Like the fact that I can enter a jar and then jar back out. Why would I want to do that, though? If I want to move something around from down here... So yeah, entering and jarring back out means that I'm gonna enter down here and then exit down here. Well, that's always true. It's the point that I exit from in the containing room that can change. But those are always right next to the exit. Okay, can I do a thing where I... How do I even express what I want to do here? I'm not sure yet. So I'll do a normal setup. Like, I feel like I'm already going wrong somehow. Like, I'm thinking, what if I would use... this state to get you up. Then keep that in a jar and leave and repeat that. So I jar up the state that that jar is up there. There might be something to this. So let's put this. Oh dear, how many of these do I want to put in here? Alright, let's try this. This jar is special. I'm not ready to use it yet, so I'm going to leave it up here. From here I restart my process. That jar out there contains a jar that contains a room state with a jar up here. So I restart this whole thing. I jar that out. No, I need to bring it into the chest. I do this. I put that there. I make another one. Right, so those are the two jars that do the operation. They're both in this one that contains both of them. I use this to get the block up. Okay, so then I can jar this out, and this is a second state. Okay, so I now possess 2 jars. Which contain a jar that's up there. So I'm going to take this one into... Right, I probably don't terminate this process yet, or maybe I do. I don't know. So I'm going to elevate this. Okay, I probably need to do that 3 times, but does this get me extra height? Clank. I needed a, something different. I can still get it. Okay, so this is my burner jar. Or, sorry, this is my burner jar. My what? I don't know. This jar right here is the one that's going to fetch me the block, but those other 2 are important and need to ascend. Alright, so important jars ascending. Yeah, I now have 2 jars here. I have no jar spot remaining to preserve them, though. And... Wait, I haven't accomplished anything. While this does take me to a state where there's a jar up there, that is useless. No, this is no different than just taking 3 jars in at the start. Because I can't unpack that jar. It's just stuck there. Okay, so I accomplished nothing. Got it. Unless... Unless what? No. No, I've accomplished nothing here. There's a jar there? Who are you? Where am I? It doesn't really matter. Or does it? I don't know. Maybe this is the start of something I need to actually do here. I can use this to move that up. And now there's one up there. Well, I'm gonna lose that. If I'm losing it anyway, what's in it? It's probably empty? Yeah, okay. I'll keep that in my head just because I'm not sure where I'm going or what I'm doing. So this still gets me only halfway. 3 out of the... Okay, so I was embedded several times into something or other. Oh, wait, I shattered that jar? Oh, I see. Right, yeah, halfway with the block, but 0 jars. I'm out of jars, so no more ascension. Okay, so that did not create anything ongoing. I just added steps to the same thing I already tried. Alright, well, I think I understand my task here. I don't get the sense I'm going to turn this into a full solution right now. So yeah, I'm going to be happy that I've seen all the puzzles in this game and at least gotten an idea of what I did, what I need to do in them. So, this now marks where I need to make some choices about this. At the very minimum, I want to make a serious attempt at every puzzle that I can access, and I have not done that yet. I have seen every puzzle. False. I have not seen all the paradoxes. I don't know, for example, what cupboard paradox looks like, or cell paradox. And I don't think I've even done it in deficient. And while I laid eyes on easy mode paradox once, like the actual puzzle to get in there is really something. Okay, so, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. This... Why did I start this Let's Play? This is a disaster for the format that I try to use. Like, I'm not going to be able to get this done in... under a schedule. Like, this is not how this works. And attempting to force it just leads to situations like this barter through mutual hell that I landed in. I think the next thing I want to focus on is getting all the crystals in the outer layer. So that's cupboard, mutual, and low tide crystals. I didn't look super hard at the low tide crystal. I forget even what mutual is about. It has like cauldrons in it or something. And I remember nothing about cupboard. So let's refocus on those next time and see what happens, I guess. I guess. That's probably what's going on. Okay, yeah, so I don't know what the future holds for this LP. I don't have good feelings. This is probably going to be, like, force and abandonment because, like, with the number of puzzles I had to leave behind already, I'm not getting these all done on a schedule, and the way I operate these days, I'm probably not getting them done outside a schedule. So this might have a sad conclusion, but it's not all the way done yet, and it's still at least interesting to just see, explore the puzzle space and see what there is there. I mean, when I started this, I had already accepted that I might not get it all the way done. My controller just stopped working. Why? Hey, well, I was done playing anyway, so, what did I do? I think I wheeled the wire the wrong way that it didn't like. Can I replug it? Okay, so this is just recursed, not... Oh wait, no, it fixed itself. Okay, whatever. Anyway, alright, I'll see you next time to try for crystals, I guess.